The Thralls of Twilight update brings a ton of new content to Enshrouded, with challenging new foes and legendary rewards. Now though, it becomes increasingly more important to prepare yourself for these epic adventures ahead. In today's guide, I've got you covered as I'm gonna share everything you wanna know about the new Gem Forge, how you can find legendary equipment, upgrade it along with gems, and socket powerful enchants into your gear, and so much more to take your builds to the next level. Let's get to it. I want to thank King Games for the opportunity to share everything new about the Thralls of Twilight update. Especially the forging system is super interesting as it can take your build to the next level. I've got timestamps in the description, while I very much recommend you to watch from beginning till the end, as there is a lot to talk about and you don't want to miss out on key information. So let's start off with the gem forges. When you interact with them, you'll basically have the option to enchant your gear, which can be done with different gems you find during your adventures. Gem forges can usually be found inside the Shroud. All over the world, I've located at least 10 of these already, while if you want to make the highest level gems for your build, you definitely want to focus on exploring the Kindle Waste and Albeneath Summits regions, as right here you can find the highest level gem forges, which allow you to level up your gems to the maximum as well. My probably favorite gem forge can be found south of the Albeneath Summit's Hollow Halls, which is just a little bit southwest of the Spooky Tomb. Be careful though, as right here you also have to deal with a fell sickle scythe. As long as you sneak from behind, you shouldn't trigger him. We also have a stalker right here. Before you visit the forge, you obviously first want to search for a powerful weapon. All the gear you come across right now has a chance to come with an empty gem socket. Everything you found pre-update unfortunately doesn't come with this. But worry not, I'm going to share a couple locations how you can get your hands on these fast. I've spent over 200 hours on this specific save, so you can tell that my map is pretty complete, with so many interesting locations where you can pick up legendary weapons. My hands down favorite for the maximum level legendaries though would be the Hollow Halls in the very northern part of the Albeneath Summits. You can pick up a checkpoint right here, while I very much recommend you to make your own by placing an altar inside the dungeon. This place creeps with undead, which you want to deal with first, but after that the prize is yours. Right here you can pick up a whole lot of spells, ammunition, potions, etc. But check it out, we just picked up an exceptional ring of mana. If you revisit this chest from time to time, you will find some amazing loot with, in this case, also a weapon socket inside. That is exactly what we're gonna need, which, yeah, you guessed it, can also be cheese farmed in single player. If you simply slap down an altar in front of it, make sure though that your terrain borders don't touch the coffin itself. Obviously, you also want to bring a powerful gem to it with an enchantment that sounds interesting for your build. There are more than 20 different gems you can come across during your adventures, which are pretty tricky to find. I've spent over 10 hours target farming all the different locations in the world, including specific creatures, time over time. Long story short, I very much recommend you to check out the new Shroud layers, which are massive tunnel systems in the Shroud that come with a whole lot of new enemies. Take these out and you will have a chance of finding different gems. Even better, check out the ones in the Kindle Waste and especially Albeneath Summits region. I managed to find one a little bit northwest of the Balefire stronghold Ironheart that comes with probably the highest level Shroud enemies. One of those would be the Fell Commanders, which are the guys with sword and shield. They are pretty tricky to deal with, but simply break their stance, and that's gonna help you to take them out a little bit easier. These come with a chance to drop Gems of Cold Composure, which have a very nice bonus to physical and magical resistance, but also deal ice explosion damage if you charge up your block, which in my opinion makes it the perfect gem for tank builds. If you want to get your hands on more powerful and unique gems though, you're gonna have to take out members of different clans. If we for example check out the southern part of the Albeneath Summits, this is where you can find the Gateway Outpost Driva and a Vuka Ceremony Hill. I decided to place a flame shrine right here, as in front of us we have a nice chest to farm, but simply jump down right here, which brings you to a small POI that's filled with VUCA clan members. These pretty tough enemies have a chance of dropping Gems of Meteoric Impact, which makes your glider light up in the darkness, but also cause explosions with fire damage when you land with it. I'm pretty sure this is also where I was able to secure a Gem of Bloodlust. I currently already have 2. Another interesting gem that's going to be nice for pretty much any build with stam HP and mana regen is called the Gem of Battle Mania, which can be found in the southern part of the world, specifically Kindle Waste, if you take out Scavenger Berserkers. I was lucky to find one near the Sun Temple in Scatterbone. If you repeatedly take out the guy, you will find a lot of these. Well, just a little bit south of the passage of the Albanese Summits, I also decided to place an altar right here near the VUCA Canyon, as these guys appear to drop the exact same gem. If you visit some lower level areas though, the Nomad Highlands, you can find the Gem of Focused Light from the exact same enemies, just on a lower level, which means you're gonna have to make your way to, for example, the Ancient Spire and reach this Sun Temple right here, just in front of the Sun Temple entrance, as right here you will always find one of those Cleaver Scavenger dudes, which can be farmed pretty easily to get your hands on this gem. If you manage to secure some more amazing gems, let us know in the comments down below. Would be awesome if we can help each other out, pretty much securing all the gems in the game. There are many more gems to be found in all the different regions. While it's important to know that the lower the level of the region, the less powerful the gem as well. As you can see, this Gem of Battle Mania comes with less powerful modifiers compared to this one on level 25. So we're gonna have to farm specific resources to upgrade them at the Gem Forge. Level 5 Essence comes from the Starter Zone. Then we have one of 13 from, I think, the Revelwood area. Nomad Highlands level 18, Kindle Waste 25, and 33 from the Albanese Summits. So yeah, since we are already in the end game, what we want to do is visit a Shroud lair in the Albanese Summits, as these come with the highest level Archaic Essence. Again, this one right here is amazing to check out. Before you check out the Shroud lair though, I very much recommend you to bring a flame altar and place it just above the Shroud, so you have your own checkpoint if something goes sideways. Anyways, what we want to do right now is simply glide down and check out the cave system, which can be entered from the southern part of the Shroud. Dash up the frozen waterfall, and voila, we've made it to the precious Archaic Essence. If you harvest these little plants, you already get a nice amount of this resource, while you can also mine the resource on the floor. All the shiny orange, that's the Archaic Essence. Also break the wall right here to gain access to a pretty big area that's filled with essence, and also a couple enemies. Right here, just like in any other Shroud lair, you can encounter these new flying creatures that shoot flaming lasers at you, so be careful for them, while each time when you hit them, they will drop some Archaic Essence. I think the plants themselves already come with the most yield, but if you combine the farm of all this, it's gonna be pretty easy to get your hands on this resource. Anyways, let's make our way to a gem forge and do some forging. Oh man, these floating balloons and everything around it can be pretty tricky. So upgrading gems is pretty straightforward. All you need to do is find a gem forge with a level that exceeds your gem level. Right here it says level 30, and on my Forsaken bow I have a Meteoric Impact gem of level 28. So if we want, we can upgrade it with a level 25 Archaic Essence, which we found in the Kindle Waste. I always recommend you to use the lowest quality essence basically, as we can also visit an Albanese Summits Gem Forge and use this one, while of course it's more difficult to take out these foes, so we first want to make sure that we upgrade this gem right here to level 30 at the Kindle Waste Shrine. We're gonna need a bit more essence for that though, while it's also interesting that you can recycle gems. This one of Focused Light level 27, right here level 21. So it's obviously not gonna be worth all the farming and getting our hands on resources to upgrade this item. So we simply wanna salvage it and get a nice amount of that, so it's gonna be easier to bring this one to the maximum level. Same counts for this Battle Mania gem of 21. Simply get rid of it with some nice essence in return. Now, let's focus on upgrading the equipment which we've picked up earlier and also socketing gems into it to make it as powerful as possible. So I've been playing with this Forsaken bow for a pretty long time, level 40, which is the maximum, but in my opinion, it doesn't come with the best bonuses. A percentage of incoming melee damage is dealt back to the attacker. That doesn't sound relevant to my build, so what we're gonna do is upgrade that weapon which we've picked up earlier. The composite bow, for which we're gonna need some runes. Not only the standard ones, as at a certain point you are also gonna need to throw in some legendary runes. Let's go all the way to the maximum right here, as we already have enough of that. But right now, with the blacksmith, you can also craft new resources. One of those is the legendary runes, for which you're gonna need standard runes. I already have a ton of that, which you can basically get your hands on, if of course you salvage items. This one right here gives us 250 runes. It's important that items with already a gem inside cannot be salvaged or destroyed, which you also want to take to a gem forge, extract it from the Forsaken bow, which is gonna cost us 25 of the Archaic Essence found in this same zone. It's available for use, now we can get rid of this item. What's interesting to know is that if you recycle a gem on a higher level gem forge, you also get maximum level Archaic Essence. So the Gem of Meteoric Impact level 28, we now recycle this one, we get more of this resource, not of a lower tier. So now it's finally time to upgrade our equipment and take it to the next level by visiting one of the best forges in the game with maximum level 35 gems. This one already 35, we can insert it in, yes, our parade daggers to have a 5% chance to spawn health orbs when defeating enemies. I think this is a really nice one for this specific build, as it also comes with bonus cutting damage. Increases your chance by another 45 to drop health orbs, which is gonna cost us some of this essence, 25 in total. So we're gonna insert that. I also wanna try out this Gem of Focused Light, as with it we can mark our enemy and stack our damage. Already deal fire damage, which can stack up to 3 times with insane modifiers. So we're gonna insert that in the composite bow, and right now I'm pretty curious how efficient it's gonna be. We're also gonna upgrade it once to make it deal even more damage. So let's see how this Fell Sickle Scythe is gonna be. Keep in mind that I'm currently using Eternal Frost arrows, as I ran out of everything else, which come with only 4 damage, while I'm sure the elemental damage of the bow's enchant right now is gonna be pretty interesting. Okay, cool, so if it gets closer you can clearly see that we're targeting it with this little yellow beam. I barely have any food with me, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of gliding to avoid all the damage. But check it out, this actually goes much faster than I was expecting. Just a couple more hits, there we go. I think this guy is great to farm, as he drops some Shroud Nexus, Fell Sickle Scythe Head, the Mist, which can be used to craft a new armor as well, and some legendary runes, possibly even a cool weapon. So ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Everything you need to know to empower your gear and take your build to the next level by using the Gem Forge. Get your hands on all the relevant ingredients and of course also secure some of the gems yourself. If you found this guide helpful, a like would mean the world to me, while I'm also super curious what your favorite gem is in the game as of today, as well as your weapon. Let us know in the comments down below. Right now though, it's 4 AM out. Wow, that was a cheesy rhyme. But again, King Games, a big thanks for making today's video possible. More is coming very soon. I want to wish you guys an amazing day. I'll check you in the next video or live stream. Peace.